Brad Williams, Frugal Finance, how to legally transfer assets while qualifying for Medicaid long-term care. When seeking Medicaid assistance for long-term care, financial eligibility rules play a crucial role. Medicaid is designed as a last resort payer, covering costs only after applicants have exhausted their own resources. Given its strict asset limits, individuals may consider transferring property or savings to family members. However, improper transfers can lead to penalties and ineligibility. Understanding Medicaid's asset transfer rules and their exceptions can help avoid these pitfalls. Understanding Medicaid's look-back period. Medicaid has a 5-year look-back period, meaning any assets transferred made within 5 years of applying for long-term care benefits are reviewed. If Medicaid determines that a transfer was made to qualify for benefits rather than for legitimate purposes, a penalty period may be imposed delaying eligibility. However, certain transfers are exempt from penalties under federal and state law, allowing individuals to legally transfer assets without affecting Medicaid's eligibility. Exempt asset transfers, not all assets are counted towards Medicaid eligibility. Some resources are exempt and can be transferred without penalty. These include personal belongings, household goods, and one automobile, prepaid funeral plans, business tools or income-generating property, primary residence under specific conditions. Although a home is generally exempt, gifting it outright could result in penalties unless it qualifies under certain exceptions. Spending down assets. One legal strategy to meet Medicaid's asset limits is spending down by purchasing exempt assets. Examples include buying household necessities or a vehicle, paying off debts or a mortgage, prepaying funeral expenses, making home modifications for accessibility. This approach allows applicants to use their resources beneficially rather than depleting them on nursing home costs. Rules for home ownership and transfers. Medicaid permits home ownership within specified equity limits. In 2024, most states set this cap at $713,000, with higher cost states like California, New York, and Connecticut allowing up to $1,071,000. Certain individuals can receive a home transfer without penalty, including a spouse, a child under 21 or one who is blind or disabled, a sibling with partial ownership who has lived in the house for at least a year, an adult child who lived in the home for at least 2 years and provided care that delayed the applicant's need for nursing home. Medicaid liens and estate recovery. Even when a home remains exempt during an applicant's lifetime, Medicaid may recover costs by placing a lien on the property. Transferring a home to a spouse's name can prevent estate recovery. Consulting an elderly law attorney can help navigate asset protection strategies. Transfers to a disabled child. A Medicaid applicant can transfer assets to a disabled child without penalty. This includes direct transfers or placing assets in a trust for the child's benefit, provided the disability meets federal or state criteria. Transfer between spouses. Medicaid does not penalize asset transfers between spouses. A spouse can receive assets directly or through a trust or annuity without affecting the applicant's eligibility. However, annuities must comply with Medicaid regulations, including naming the state as a beneficiary for reimbursement after the spouse's death. Hardship exceptions to transfer penalties. If a transfer results in a Medicaid penalty period, applicants may request a hardship waiver. To qualify, they must demonstrate that ineligibility would deprive them of necessary medical care, endangering their life. Each state has specific rules for hardship exceptions, and nursing homes can assist in filing waiver requests. Avoiding outdated transfer strategies. Certain asset transfers that once helped avoid Medicaid penalties no longer work due to rule changes. These include transactions involving life estates, promissory notes, and loans. Seeking legal guidance before making asset transfers ensures compliance with current Medicaid regulations. By understanding Medicaid's asset transfer rules and available exemptions, individuals can safeguard their financial future while qualifying for long-term care benefits. Proper planning and legal counsel can help navigate this complex regulations effectively. Comment: if you have any questions related to how to legally transfer assets while qualifying for Medicaid long-term care. Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Thanks for watching. Hope that helps. See you soon.